Alright, welcome to the fourth devlog. I haven't really updated in a couple of days because I haven't really gotten a lot done. I actually don't even remember where the last devlog left off, so for now we're just gonna go. I'm pretty sure last time I just had done all of this right here, gotten that to work. So yeah, getting just all of that to work was annoying, and I kind of gave up because honestly, front end stuff is not my forte. Apparently, I just haven't done it a lot. And obviously it doesn't look great, but it's just like weird because like I can make it look good for just my screen, but my screen is an abnormal size, so I want to make it so it looks good on every screen. So then I move it to like my second monitor, which is like I think it's like a laptop screen, so it's pretty normal size, 1920 by 1080. And it just would keep on messing up. So now it kind of looks weird on this big screen, but it looks slightly better on the smaller one, except for these boxes over here. But whatever. I got it to work. You can type in them. It's great. And you can type letters in this one, which is bad. I'll eventually fix that, and I think you can do that over here too. I'll fix it eventually, but I kind of want. I'm not accounting for user error right now. I'm assuming people will use this website perfectly and make zero mistakes. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. But what I've been working on like actual coding side is look at this: 2, 4, 6, 8, and you can even send it back. And if you switch this to like I don't know, like 20, and you're a master in it, it calculates it correctly. So that's cool. I just need to do that for the reflex and for the will, and we'll be good. And by good, I mean I just have to then create the skills down here, which will be abnormally long and look weird because there's no content to the left or right of it. But we'll figure that out when we get there. I really don't know what I knew what I wanted to put like right here before, but then I realized that would be more suited for the combat page. Like I wanted to put like whether or not you were trained in like the weapons and like armor and stuff right here, but I'm like, oh, that would make more sense on the combat page, like what you're trained in, because you'll also be clicking like your attacks there. So why would you have to like go back to the skills page to change your training here and then to the combat page? Yeah. So now the layout's gonna look a little wonky. Um, yeah, I don't really. I might move some of the stuff I planned for over here, over there. I'm not really sure as of right now. But yeah, it's coming together really well. Now let's go look at the code. If I can move the window correctly. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. Where did we? Yeah, there's been a lot of new code, I'm pretty sure, since the last time. Let me just. Okay, so I think everything that needs to be open, except for. No, that needs to be open up to train. Yeah, I think I already went over that. So, not much is new here. Just like actually creating and setting the attributes and whatever to everything here. Nothing like flooring. I've yeah. I did add some stuff after everything's created though. Like this obviously calculates all of the abilities when the page loads now. So like I don't know if you saw in the last time, but if you like when the page loaded, it would just be blank. But now it sets it to 0, which eventually when I get it to use like local storage, it will like load what you had last time, right? Like so that'll be cool. But I'm just trying to get it to work without local storage, and then I'll add that after I'm done with the page, which thankfully local storage is actually like the thing I've had the least problems with. CSS is definitely the worst. Style wise, yeah, I I figured out about VW. So that's nice. It actually really helped with the hero points thing because the hero points was being a pain in my ass because it looked weird on my, well, I wanted it to be big enough on the big screen for it to be like not, you don't have to like zoom a million times to see it. But then I would move it over to the small screen and it would like mess up the CSS. But I figured out about VW, which works for font size at least. We'll see. I might get a little experimental. As you can see, I'm also using it for Fort Mod, Will Mod, and these are all the same. Honestly, since they are all the same, I probably just should have created a class. So I might change that when I am done with this. But that's the CSS. Okay, now the create ability has gone a little. Oh wait, no. I think this is the same. Yeah, I don't think much has changed here really. No, it hasn't. So I can close this. Calc mod, my first, well, not my first, but I'm starting to use these parameters more. That's, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I'm not really sure, but I am doing it. So basically what this does is it just sets this variable to the value of the modifier of, so like if the strength is 10 or if the strength score is like 20, then the modifier will be 5, so it would set this to 5, and then it gets this and it finds it just because all of the, like the box earlier that I like clicked that was like master, trained, untrained, whatever, they'll all have the same name, same like naming pattern. So this code works. It'll be like 4 letters plus train every time. And then we just set the variable train here to get down. And then this will work for everything because everything only goes from untrained to legendary. So that's great. So yeah, it just sees if the value of the select element, if it equals untrained, because once it updates itself, I'll just explain later. But yeah, basically it finds this, it sees if it's untrained, and then it would just set it to the ability mod, because if it's untrained, there's no extra math to do. It's just that. So if it's trained, you add 2, 4, 6, 8, so on, right? Easy enough. But then we get to select train, which was, I mean, it wasn't that bad, honestly. It's just a lot of redoing because I'm like, oh, that's gonna have to change because of that, blah blah blah. Like the initial way I tried to do it didn't work. So we get this, or well, we just create this. We set its value to that. We set its inner HTML to that because for it to display untrained, it needs to be this, but also we are going to be using the value because inner HTML, from what I saw online, is kind of wonky, especially if it like accidentally gets changed, which I would hope it doesn't, but if it does, you want to use value because value will be better. So that's what I do. Then we set its ID to just the select box's ID, which is what gets thrown in here, and then untrained. Then we append it to the actual select box because that's what this is doing. And then we set the update train function on it. And we do that for everything from untrained to legendary. That's basically this entire function. It's real simple. Like the same thing 6 times, but it's slightly different each time. So I can't. Actually, I could probably write. I could optimize this. I could make it less terrible. I just realized I could write a very easy for loop that goes through it. But I'd want it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? I could just have it go through 6 times and then it gets the value of the, like if it, int x equals 0 if 0, right? You do untrained, if 1, do trained. I could have done that. Probably might change that, who knows? I probably should change it to that. I just realized how bad this code was. But oh well. Anyways, so yeah, this function update train. It just takes the whatever you like clicked. Like if you click the train for the fort modifier, which is the only thing it works for right now, because that's the only thing that's been made. I'm hoping it works for everything else. But if you do the fort modifier, then it gets this. It gets whatever you clicked, which would be like fort train untrained, right? Well, then change gets changed to just fort, so that we can then do this, which actually kind of a genius of me. I'm gonna put all of the things that require like strength, so like fortitude, athletics, that might be it. But like then all the things for dexterity, which would be like reflex, saving throw, acrobatics, stealth, thievery. It's gonna be all on a list, and I'll check it, which I know it says only for strength right now, but that's because it's, as I said, it only works for fortitude. But it goes through that entire list of whatever, and then if that item equals change, because right, change is this one's, but like whatever. So like if it was a reflex, it would be like R FLX blah 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 blah. It changes it to just reflex. Reflex will be in this thing, and then if it equals it, it sets it to that, because it's a strength thing. Because if we go back to calc mod, it takes two things. It takes one, the thing that needs to like be updated, right, or what the thing that needs to be calculated, and then what we used to calculate it with, right? So now we have change is basically the beginning of that. We just need to add mod to it, and then ability is the correct thing, always will be. This is like there's like 6 things whatever that it needs to check, so we can just easily do that with 6 for loops, and then we're done. That's really all I've added. I just want to get this done because I haven't uploaded in like a couple days, but that's because I hadn't made much progress in a couple days. So yeah, I'm going to get back to working.